Hey everyone and welcome to the first Lego World War II building series at my channel. In this video I will tell you my plans and how I want to design the whole build. But before the video continues, I will show you the introduction video for the whole building series. To give you an idea how big the MOC is going to be, my first step was to lay down all the required base plates. Because the space of my building table is limited, the size of the MOC is restricted by the quantity of base plates you can see here. The total length of the build is 112 studs and has a width of 96 studs. I've talked enough about base plates, let's take a closer look at my sketch. As we all know, on June 6, 1944, British, Canadian and US soldiers landed at the beaches of Normandy. Pointe du Hoc was one of these places. It is a 500 meters long and 30 meters high part of the rocky Calvados coast in Normandy. As I mentioned earlier, I've created a rough sketch for the upcoming build to give you a better idea what I do have in mind for this project. These two white fields you can see at the bottom are supposed to be Higgins boats, which I'm going to design for the smoke. The gray field next to the Higgins boat at the right is supposed to be the first part of the actual rock. The blue area is of course supposed to be water, and the yellow area is supposed to be sand. The sand area is going to be 16 studs wide. After using these 1x1 studs to recreate water in all my past builds, I thought it's time for a new technique. And here are the pieces which I'm going to use. I think these 1x2 tiles will look great. Now we are at the point where it's getting interesting. The rock is supposed to be the eye catcher of the MOC, that's why it has to be big. In an ideal world, when the whole MOC is in 1/45 scale, the rock should be around 80 studs high. That's probably a bit too high, that's why I'm going for around 50 to 60 studs. The color scheme of the rock is very diversified and interesting. That's why I think a mix of dark bluish gray, dark tan and light bluish gray bricks and slopes is the perfect way to recreate the rock work. At the top of Pointe du Hoc was a huge German bunker and trench system. Of course, I will build this as well. My goal is to build the whole setting as historical accurate as possible. I want to replicate the look and position of the main bunkers as good as possible. The typical round shape of these German bunkers is definitely tricky to build in Lego, but I can't wait for the challenge. Because the Germans installed huge trench systems at Pointe du Hoc, I have to include them in my MOC. Because the Navy attacked the German positions as well, craters were formed. But not only next to the trenches or bunkers, they also hit bunkers and trenches. So I want to give the whole MOC a destroyed look. I want to build trees and bushes at the back of the MOC to close it up. If there is any free space, I probably build a house or a German flag position. The final thing I want to talk about are minifigures. Thousands of US soldiers stormed at the beaches of Normandy. That's why I definitely have to include a lot of these minifigures. One Higgins boat alone carried up to 36 soldiers. Because I'm simply not able to buy more than 80 printed minifigures, I have to use my Brickmania sticker minifigures. My plan is to fill up one Higgins boat with all these minifigures, and the second Higgins boat is empty because all the printed soldiers are at the battlefield. My final question to you guys is if I should buy more of the regular printed US soldiers or if you would like to see a mix with these Ranger minifigures printed by Minifig Co. That's it for the first of many episodes of building Pointe du Hoc in Lego. Let me know what you think about the overall plan, and if you have any suggestions, feel free to write them down in the comments. Don't forget to tell me which minifigures I should buy. I want to create a MOC which includes as many ideas from the community as possible. That's why I think a building series is the perfect way to create this MOC. I am hyped to present the first building progress next week. If you don't want to miss any further episodes, feel free to subscribe to the channel. That's it for today. I see you next week. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.